everyone. I'm Ash Crossan here for another episode of Going Method, and I'm so excited about this one because I'm joined by Ludi Lin and special guest Pax here. He's going to be hanging out with us, but
he'll be in and out.
Yeah,
in free rooms. Hey, Pax, come.
We're in this awesome jiu-jitsu studio, and we're gonna talk Mortal Kombat 2, and you're gonna show me some moves.
Yeah, let's go.
That?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you. So, okay, tell me what, Mortal Kombat 1 came out 2021. It's been a few years.
7 years.
What would you say is the biggest difference between the first and the second movie? Because there is, I've seen it. There's a different tone. You really jump right in. What did you notice?
I noticed that we ballooned in size in every single respect. Mm-hmm. I think looking at the cast, they're more stacked. Everyone's bigger, even than the first movie. I think there's just more action, more time devoted into planning the storylines, getting the characters right, making sure that we really feel like we're in a part of the real Mortal Kombat world that people recognize. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love it. We met on the set of Power Rangers.
We did.
Okay. I think that movie's really underrated, by the way.
I think now when you look back, it is.
I loved it.
But then is it because, okay, I always wondered if it's because, you know how they say you only realize what you've lost once it's gone? Mm-hmm. And so many people are looking forward to a sequel and it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. It will never exist. So, but yeah, it's always held a special place in my heart. I love it.
What do you remember about auditioning for that versus Mortal Kombat?
I always go through some kind of trial or tribulation on these auditions that I actually get the role in. I remember that one, I was shooting, I think Marco Polo in Indonesia, and I hopped over to Singapore to see a friend. And at a coffee shop, my agent calls and he's like, "You've got 3 hours to turn in this audition. They've been looking everywhere. They can't find the right person for the role. And they just reached out." And I'm like, "Well, what is it for?" And he goes, "It's Power Rangers." I'm like, oh man, all this, again, childhood memories just started flooding into my head of me playing with the little action figure Power Ranger and stuff. I'm like, gotta get this done. So my friend drove me to a Singaporean studio, which she thought would have the right equipment to do the audition. But yet turns out all they had for us was a broom closet, much like that one.
Okay.
So we found a light, shot it in there, turned it in, and then 2 weeks later, got a call from the director saying I had the role.
Let's, what do? We stretch first a little bit?
Yeah, you're going to take me through, right?
Get a little limber? I don't know what I'm doing, but I think
stiff.
we do something like this, right?
Do you want me to take you through a rough thing of my stretch routine?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we're going to start with a downward dog, obviously.
Okay.
You need Pax for this. Pax, come.
Pax, we need you.
Okay, middle. Ready? Pax. Backflip. I'm just kidding.
I would.
I'm just kidding. He's only 5 months. He'll get there. He'll get there. Okay, so this is what I usually do.
Okay.
I usually spend 20 minutes stretching. It's puppy yoga, literally. I usually spend 20 minutes every day stretching, but we'll just go through the movements, I guess.
Okay.
Right? So I like to do what's called dynamic stretching, so not just holding it in one place but move through it. So I do this, stretching out the chest, a little bit of biceps, and then I hold it here for a while, and then I go forward, and then I stretch out the hamstrings, and then I would go down and open up the hips. Yeah, this is the Asian squat. And then I stretch out the shoulder right here. So you put this hand on your knees, and you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then you do the same on the other side.
All right.
And then just open up. I've done yoga maybe twice in my life, but I've definitely pilfered some things from those 2 times. And then try to smell your own bum through your legs. And then now this is the little tricky part. Then you just go straight into a split.
I can't do that. Nope.
And then, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, just manage it with as much grace as you can muster. And this next part is a bit tricky for me too, is the front split. So this is usually my title one.
Sweet, pick it, I can do that.
It's just time. I think as you know, Makad, who plays Jax,
yeah.
He says everything is just desire times devotion.
I like that.
Yeah, so how much do you want to do the splits and how much time do you want to devote toward doing splits?
You know, maybe that'll be my goal this year, to do a split.
And then, so that's pretty much it for the inside of the legs.
Okay.
Okay, and then just a couple more. Oh, yeah. Good job, Pax. You get her.
Yeah.
There you go, downward dog.
Oh, downward dog. Good job. Good job.
Okay, and last two, just tuck your leg like it's figure four. Like tuck your foot in this side. And then,
What are you doing?
hi Paxi. He wants to play.
Aww. Oh my god, you're so cute. This is the best.
Yeah, he's been really bored at these press conferences, so
Let's stretch it out.
he's down a jam. Good buddy, good job.
Good
Hey,
job.
good job, buddy.
Good job.
Good job, buddy.
Oh my god.
High five. Yes.
All right. Will you show me one of your favorite Liu Kang moves?
How physical do we want to get?
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Let's go. Let's start with like because Liu Kang, everything. Now, I have to shout out to our fight coordinators, Malai and Mike, because they did so much research into, you know, how he's supposed to move, what his martial arts is based on, what makes sense for the game and stuff, right? And really philosophical with it. Where does the fire come from, the chi and all that stuff?
Yeah.
So they just started teaching me like everything Liu Kang does is circular. So you have to imagine you holding this invisible ball, and any fire you conjure is going to be, if you can do this, right? Just imagine playing with a ball in your hands, right? So everything is like that, and as you conjure up the fire. Now Liu Kang is very Hung Gar based, so it's like a southern type of Shaolin Kung Fu.
Okay.
So he would bring up his chi, thrust forward with a fire. This is like a spark plug, right? Boom, the fire's out. And then summon the chi. And then one of my favorites is when he does the dragon fatality.
Okay.
So figure that out. So step number one.
Step number one.
Okay, spark it up. Step number one, flame on.
Flame on.
Okay, now turn that flame into a ball, right? Like a ball of fire. Bring it around. And then this is where the dragon comes from.
Okay.
So he summons a double dragon. So dragon up here, dragon down here, and the dragons cross paths and come around. And now you squeeze in the fire.
Okay.
And then you release.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
you got that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, now, then you just have to kind of put a little bit of, you know, cinematic finesse to it, right? Finesse. So again, flame on.
Flame on.
Do the fireball.
Fireball.
Have it come around. Double dragon. Compress. And really squeeze in. And look at the camera. Focus your eyes. And you say, I am Liu Kang,
I am Liu Kang,
the last son of the dragon.
the last son of the dragon,
And I will see you burn.
and I will see you burn.
And then you push. And then you just squeeze the teeth. And you look really intense. and hope that the movie special effects will take care of the rest.
Guys, Liu Kang is next to me showing me. That's so cool.
And okay, and what else?
Is there something kicking?
Something kicky?
Something
Okay,
kicky.
we can do let's do a. Okay, let me tie this up so you don't have dog food everywhere. Pax, hey.
Can I give Pax a treat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pax, want a treat?
Do something. You can do a spin. Hey, Pax.
He only likes that.
Fire spin. Spin. Yes. Good boy. Okay, so we'll just do a standard spinning kick.
Okay.
Okay? This is the kick. You're at the camera, right? You spin around and then you kick.
Okay.
And then make sure you do the pose, yeah? That's
You
the
kick
most
with your
important
back
part.
foot? Or do you kick with
You
your...
kick with your back foot.
Okay.
Have you had any martial arts experience?
Yeah, but
yeah, what have you done?
Well, I did I was young, pretty young when I
Yeah.
did this, but I did 10 years of Kempo karate.
10 years.
Yeah, but I was really
You
young.
should be showing me.
No, I stopped when I was in high school.
Okay.
So I feel like I've
Okay,
lost,
so we can do
I've
this.
lost the sauce.
We can totally do this, right? So again, it's I noticed this is learning off my stunt double, Tyson Tran, and he's ultimate tricker, kicker, martial artist, superhero of tomorrow. So I noticed that he always, whenever he's walking into a room, he always does this, and he's pointing his fingers. And I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I always point my fingers at the target, right? Like this. And then you step around, and then you spin around, you're still pointing, and you spot your target, all right? And then you chamber up, kick, make sure your hands are in,
Okay.
and then that's it.
So you're pointing?
Yeah, you're pointing, you're pointing, you're
do it one more
pointing.
time.
Yeah, step around, right? Spin around, spot your target, and then release, kick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not as flexible as you, though. All right, we'll do it to this one. All right.
Oh, I see it coming back. I see that 10 years of experience coming back. Let's go, she's got it. We need some music.
Yeah.
Yeah, cue music. Mortal Kombat.
All right. 2 point, step, kick.
That's pretty good. That's
that
pretty
okay?
good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What can we do? Oh, this is the other trick he taught me, right? Because I noticed that when I watched myself, because man, whatever you have in your mind, your own image of your mind, is sometimes so different than what you see on camera. So on these things, it's the only time I always
I'm gonna watch this
playback.
back
He's got
and
everybody's
cry.
socks now. The thing I noticed is that sometimes when I kick, my arms are everywhere and it doesn't look good. Okay? So what he taught me was to try to think about looking at your watch when you spin around. So, hi, you want to get kicked in the face? Hello. Okay, time out. Doggy time out, go.
We need a pack scan.
So then he goes like this. He goes, spin, look at the target, and when he kicks this, your watch is on your right wrist, kicking, looking at the watch.
Okay.
That makes your hand, makes it look cool. I don't know if it's actually effective in real fight, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Aim for my hand, maybe.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Almost. Try to swipe across rather than a slash. Not like a sword, but like.
Okay. That probably looks pretty cool, huh? You're at the same time. All right. So.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's very good.
Should we do it at the same time once?
Yeah.
Yeah, on 3?
Same time.
Wait, what are we doing? At one camera or which camera?
That one?
This camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Okay, someone count us down.
3, 2, 1. Hold on. We can do it more inside.
Okay, cool. So how about this? We'll do the movie magic style. This
Okay.
is what they call like a Texas switch.
Okay.
So if you just hide a little bit off camera, right? So you begin. Actually, you come in.
Are we gonna cut it?
You
into you?
you begin, and then just do this.
Okay.
I'll come in, do the kick, and then I'll run out, and then you come in and just go, pop.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, ready?
All right, ready?
Okay, great.
And then.
Wow, that was awesome. Do you do your own stunts?
No, Ludi Lin does it for me. Thank you so much. Let me ask you this as the last thing. What does the character of Liu Kang mean to you?
Personally, it means to live a meaningful but simple life. I think Liu Kang is he's very pure-hearted, not complicated. He lives for one thing, is to fight for justice, defend the earth, follow Raiden, right? And I see people like that in the world, and they're super happy because they don't overthink. I tend to overthink. He just feels. So that's what I think.
Thank you so much for going method with me. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Ash.
Everyone, please, thank you so much for watching. But of course, check out Mortal Kombat in theaters May 8th.
You guys
See you
have a
next
good
time.
time.
Thank you.